From the past 3 years, we've been working a lot as a group of global community of advisors and connectors, and we expanded a lot our local impact by collaborating. And we learned that we could unite our common purposes and even common projects. And SocialGood Brazil, for instance, it's a community in Brazil that right now we are over 180,000 people in community and representing all of these Brazilians here. And during this time, we've organized 4 summits for over 33,000 Brazilians online and 4,000 on site. And we've organized 7 labs, 7 global goals labs that have supported over 360 social innovators that have already impacted the lives of over 40,000 people in Brazil. And this is amazing because we've learned the Global Goals Labs, it's a common project we all run. So it's a lab that offers a fertile ground from innovations, from ideas to scale. Innovations such as 3D printing, blockchain, drones that are changing the course of the future, but even all the kinds of innovations, technology and new media that are empowering the grassroots. So we are here as well to share with you what we learned, that we could share the Global Goals Labs to everyone in the entire platform and even foster more labs to happen everywhere. So Shariha, please share with us a little bit what we learned and how we see the global goals to be hosted everywhere.
Thanks, Caro. So it really just started from us, connecting with each other. Yeah, the connectors and advisors, thanks to the UN Foundation, connected with each other and learned about the power of what we could do together. And this conversation started last year. And in February this year, we decided to seal this commitment to collaborate by creating our first Global Goals Lab session, and that was in Dubai during the World Government Summit. That was a 2-hour session, but that led to basically further commitments from the connectors and advisors. You're seeing them here on stage now, and also Ruben in Austin, Texas. And we did different versions of the labs in our local communities, from a 2-hour session that was there to really inspire and activate people to take that first step, to a 12-hour lab that you hosted, Michelle, that allowed innovators to create new ideas and test them, to 4-month-long labs that both Caro and I did, that basically allowed innovators to be immersed in the communities they want to impact. So that's a Global Goals Lab for everyone. And we really felt that here's an opportunity for us all to collaborate around this common agenda, the common mission of delivering outcomes on the global goals. We really want to work with more people like you out there who would want to host a Global Goals Lab. And ultimately, we think it's a really powerful opportunity for everyone around the world to host not just a conversation around the global goals, but also a series of actions. Perhaps you can just share some of the examples of what came out from the Global Goals Labs.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's amazing that collectively we have catalyzed hundreds of entrepreneurs to basically align their life's purpose with one of the global goals. And of course, these are challenges that we all take on very dearly. And we could not be more pleased with the results. So, for example, in the Global Goals Lab that we run in Ecuador, this 12-hour lab that you mentioned, one of the teams was thinking, well, how might we improve the levels of income of local farmers? And they did this lab in 12 hours. They were able to prototype 4 or 5 versions and validate a platform until they got it just right, so that we can pull together a large number of organic agricultural workers with urban consumers. So there we had a solution right there. For example, Shariha was giving me another great example of a great team in Malaysia that started an initiative to do micro jobs for homeless people so that they can have a better livelihood. And Caro, she was sharing a really inspiring story of a team in Brazil that in their lab, they decided they wanted to tackle the problem of high school dropout rates. And they were like, okay, well, we want to tackle it, so how do we do it? And they dove deeper and deeper, and they understood finally that, that high school students were dropping out because they weren't interested, they weren't engaged enough, and they weren't pulled in to ask them, what interests you, what do you want to do? So that is why they decided to do a platform that asks them a little bit more about what they're interested in. So these are just a few examples of what the Global Goals Labs might catalyze. And the main message that we wanted for you to all take with you is that any citizen can get engaged, any citizen can take action and go from a regular citizen to something of a global goals hero. And that's what we want you all to take away from this. If we take a step back, we think about what is happening this week in General Assembly. We have world leaders checking in on each other about the commitments they have made for the global goals this year. And I think that we should challenge ourselves to do the same. What have we done? Because we have made a commitment, and the global goals are our responsibility too. So in that sense, I would like to invite you all, in the name of all the connectors, to take a stance, to walk the talk, and join the Plus Social Good community, host a lab, join a lab, get in touch, because we're here to make the global goals happen everywhere. Thank you.